podcast, stepping in. Your one-stop review, let it sink in. Hip-hop vibes, we break it down. Laughs and insights all around.
You're welcome to another episode of Snake Cinema Podcast. FU DJ. I'm not on Wiz time. I'm 3 minutes late. 3 minutes. Wiz. It'd be more like 15. Anyways, thank you for another episode of Snake Cinema Podcast. I am your host, Prince Elias. Thank y'all for tapping in this morning. This podcast and every podcast on this channel is brought to you by ENT Reptiles. Orlando and Terrell. Thank you for tapping in. Thank you for supporting. Yeah, boy, I appreciate you. And they sponsor Snakes in the podcast, and they also sponsor the Shenanigans podcast every Thursday at 6:30 Central Time. Thank y'all, thank y'all, thank y'all. We appreciate y'all, Orlando and Terrell. Follow ENT on all social medias. Since I am shouting people out, let's go ahead. Oh, ENT on the band. Then we got Wiz Constrictors, Wiz Tang Clan on the other hand. And of course, Big Headed DJ who clocking my time, Royal Caribbean's Exotics, Chart to Sale, and Make Course. If you would like me to shout you out, y'all know, send me some bands, send me some merch. I got y'all. Or if you want to, sponsor a movie ticket because I'm trying my best to support movie theaters, but it's kind of hard, and sometimes I have to go the ghetto route. But it is what it is. Let's talk to the people in the chizzy chats before we get ready with the show. Beep beep beep. Oh, I thought Shauna was gonna be first, but no, it is father. You already know. Thank you for tapping in. Oh, Posty beat well. Beat you to it. Oh well, his comment disappeared. Dang. Dang Evie Mux. Well, you're the first one I see. Christopher, thanks for tapping in. Appreciate you. Appreciate you. Your DJ, thank you for tapping in. Royal Caribbean Exotics. Let's see. uh Nikki, Irresistibles, thanks for tapping in. Check out her and Lace's show, Show Me Your Rack, every Sunday afternoon. Tap in, tap in. They've been having some great hosts. Guests. They're the hosts. Duh, they're the hosts. They've been having some great guests on their show. Um, with the 15 minutes of lame interviewing people who are associated with that or competing. So and showing some great animals. So tap in, tap in. Nikki and Lace go together like butt cheeks. Let's see. Ash, what it do? Mr. Malice, gang gang. Dinkerville, USA, appreciate you. And how about when I looked up, that was the first comment I saw. Crazy work on Wiz time. Mitzi, thanks for tapping in. Mitzi, thanks for tapping in. I appreciate you. Yeah, you got to hit up Orlando and Terrell. Shoot, y'all in the same city. Y'all in Georgia. Tell them to get you a send the shirt. Send the shirt. Let's see. Robinson, thanks for tapping in. Appreciate you. Yeah. Or you sitting around being pregnant. 2026, the year of the Kazi gene. The granite of granites. The year of the granites. I did say it backwards. My bad. My bad. Brian, Chicken Mane, thanks for tapping in. Appreciate you. See, Dicky, thanks for tapping in. I appreciate you, bro. Appreciate y'all. Let me make sure I caught up with everybody this morning. Oh, yes. Thank you, Nikki. Yes, I am free. The kids have unhanded me. I am free from the school system for 2 weeks. And then the funny thing is, when I get back, I'll be at work for 2 days and then I'm down to Florida for my race. So I get a break and then another break. Yeah, Dinkerville aficionados, gang, gang. They gonna be talking about us 2026. Uh, oh, thank you. I love the Berry Jean. I can't wait to see what she does. I can't wait to see what she does. Miss Sade, she a little feisty too. I think she gonna give me some mean babies the way she acting. But we'll see. I'm just growing her up. I'm growing her up, and then in a couple of years, it'll be time to test out this berry gene. Shout out to Big Mike, 21st century. Thank you, thank you, thank you for that beautiful snake. Mm-mm. All right. So I think I caught up on everybody. So yeah. So personal news of the week. Um 18 days away from my 10K race in Orlando. I just paid off on my Airbnb and my rental car. So I'm good on that. Everything is set. Can't wait. Soon as we get back to work, I'm at work Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and then I'm on the plane headed to Florida. And it's going to be my last trip to Florida for a little minute, at least Orlando, for a little minute, because finances and I'm boycotting Disney. So uh cuz yeah, so I'm not going to be going to any of the parks for a long time. This is going to be a little goodbye for now, not forever, but for now. And they are expensive as fuck. Like I'm not even going to the theme parks while I'm down there. I'm literally going just to race and then come back home. But I'm still excited. I'm nervous, but still excited about the race. And then after that, I'll be back home for 2 more weeks, and then I'll be in Atlanta for SEER, Southeast Reptile Expo. Super excited about that. Can't wait to see all my friends, all my hood rat friends. Um, and just have a great time at SEER. I'll be driving down there because me and DJ are switching some snakes out. So yeah, super excited. It's gonna be fun. January is gonna be a fun month. I feel like, and I get paid 3 times. Yeah, we get 3 paychecks in January. Look at go. Anyways, that's beside the point. All right, let's talk about movie and music news of the week before we start with this episode of reviews. Ba 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 ba. Sorry, should have had my phone ready. Okay, so one of the biggest news that hit the airways as far as Hollywood goes is that the Oscars, the prestige, the award shows, the Grammys of movies announced that after their 100th award ceremony in 2028, 2029, they're making a shift and leaving ABC and leaving traditional television and will only be premiering or streaming via YouTube. So after their centennial year of the Oscars being the prestigious award show that it is, they will only be streaming. They got a YouTube got the streaming rights for the Oscars. So starting 2029 and beyond, you will be watching the Oscars via YouTube, which technically I've been doing it for a minute, for a past since COVID. So, but I thought that was some big news. The streaming services are they have made their money and they're coming to play with the big dogs, just like Netflix buying Warner Brothers. Um, YouTube is putting their money where their mouth is, and they're like, "Yo, we got something to say." And I felt like this was coming when they start making these deals with like sports. wrestling, football, basketball, to where, certain games and certain sports would exclusively stream live on YouTube and stuff. I felt like in or on Netflix, like the boxers doing those, or WWE doing those shows on Netflix. I felt like this was where they were going. They're pretty much the streaming services are pretty much slowly but surely taking over traditional media, aka television, because television, it just like radio, is a dying a slow death. So it is what it is. I just found it very interesting. Out of all the streaming services, YouTube must gave them a big bag. Out of all the streaming services, the Oscars chose to go to YouTube instead of like Netflix or whatever. So very, very interesting. Caw, Wiz, thanks for tapping in. Good morning. Good morning. Also news of the week. I do have to say RIP to a legend who passed away last week tragically with his wife, unfortunately by the hands of their child. Rob Reiner and his wife Michelle. And Michelle she was a famous photographer in her own right, but Rob Reiner was an actor first turned director, filmmaker. He unfortunately They passed away, unfortunately by the hands of their son, who stabbed them to death, and they were found by their daughter. But Rob Reiner and was a legend, and he made legendary movies like Spinal Tap. He acted in All in the Family. That's where he got started. The Princess Bride. Oh my gosh, a classic among classics. Millennials and Gen X, we know about it. That's our shit. He made a lot of movies that are quotable. Stand by Me, Misery, Stephen King Junction. I know I love me some Stephen King. He did a lot. When Harry met Sally, that's actually when he met his wife while making that film. When Harry met Sally, A Few Good Men. I mean, the list goes on and on. His IMDb is long, a plethora. Now, yeah, some flops in between there, but the good movies, the classic movies versus the not so, he was one of them ones. So rest in peace, Rob Reiner. You will be missed in the Hollywood realm, in the filmmaking realm, and he was still doing stuff to this day, like either doing cameo acting or directing or whatever, producing. He was still he has not stopped working in Hollywood, even at the time of his death. I love. People been posting clips when he was in The Wolf of Wall Street with Leonardo DiCaprio. Oh my gosh, comedy gold. That man was so funny. His character was hilarious. And when I watched that film when it first came out, I had no idea that that dude was the dude that gave us The Princess Bride and Spinal Tap and stuff. It just never clicked in my head. I was like, oh, that's the director of those movies. That's the dude. But I thought his character was so hilarious. So rest in peace to the goat. So tragic, such a loss, and prayers for his family. Uh, and news are still going out about his death, his son's condition. He's claiming insanity and schizophrenia. We'll see, but that's just tragic. Tragic for the whole family because he has other kids. And so the fact that his daughter had to find them and witness that. So prayers to that family. Prayers to that family. That was a tragic story. Yeah. Any more Hollywood movie and music news? This ain't really news, but I'm over I'm over the talk of I already talked about Nicki Minaj on Thursday's show, the shenanigans, so I'm not gonna harp on her. But I'm tired of rappers who haven't given us anything good in a long time complaining about the state of hip hop and the state of rap. i.e., these Atlanta rappers who have been flopping with their albums, and now they're saying hip hop is in a weird space. Hip hop is dead. Hip hop is dying. They're blaming Kendrick and saying that Kendrick versus Drake has ruined hip hop. No, y'all just y- people are no longer um, letting you scapegoat of being talentless. Because the main people who are complaining, i.e., Young Thug, you've never been talented to me. I never got the hype. I always wonder, why do people like this man? His music sucks. His voice is annoying. Why is everybody like a whole bunch of these Atlanta rappers are complaining that hip hop ain't what it used to be and they need Drake back and all this other stuff? It's like, yeah, none of y'all was good. None of y'all was talented. I don't know why y'all got famous. I guess because audiences just took whatever shit the music industry gave them. I don't know. But hip hop is not dead, because me as a person who, unless it's the 90s or the 80s, rarely listen to rap. Um, I've listened to more rap in 2026 than I have in previous years. If you looked at my Spotify rap playlists every year, it's pop, it's R&B, it's EDM. Hip hop never touches that. This year, hip hop is taking over. So hip hop is not in a bad space. Hip hop is not dead. Hip hop is not dying. Y'all mediocre, talentless, none rapping, always making 2 minute songs, barely giving us a chorus or a bridge. Weak selves are dying. People no longer want mediocre. We want good, talented songwriters like the Clips, like Kendrick, like Vince, like, shoot, even independent artists have been doing good who aren't on any record label. They've been, the thing is, y'all are so lazy. Y'all want Spotify to tell y'all what to listen to. Y'all want the radio stations to tell y'all what to listen to. Y'all want TikTok to feed us what to listen to. And if it's not that, then y'all don't want it. You have to actually make an effort to find good artists, because I've had some amazing rap albums drop this year. And when I do my top 10 music of 2025, you'll be surprised where hip hop has placed and how many spots hip hop has placed in my top 10. The only thing hip hop couldn't beat was Gaga. And that's just because I don't believe in being a stand for anybody, but I can admit I'm a stand for Stephanie, aka Gaga. Like, yeah. So hip hop ain't dead. It's not in a weird place, Young Thug. You're just weak and talentless, and you've been known for your crimes, and known for your jail stint, and known for coming out of jail being a bitter bitch than talent. And I digress, but I'm done. Okay, so I'm just over all this talk and all this complaining and people saying that hip hop is dead. No, you're whack. That's what's dead. And we are no longer, we like to listen to people who can rhyme and people who can make good songs. Okay, hope that clears everything up. Bear, thanks for tapping in. Glad you off the couch. We lost Bear Thursday. He was stuck like Chuck, high as a kite. But glad you are up and alert. Good morning. All right. So today's episode is a good episode because both movies have been requested. I probably wasn't going to watch either movies had they not been requested. So um, today we are reviewing Begonia and Avatar, Fire, and Ash. So I kept saying fire and ice for the past 3 weeks. So I am saying the right title, Fire and Ash. But let's do Begonia first because that's the small independent film. And I like to leave y'all hanging for the late birds so they don't miss out on the Avatar review. But let's do Begonia. Now, this was requested. Shout out to Alex from Pressure Pythons. Alex and Justin. Come on. Thank you for requesting this. She requested this a couple of episodes ago in the comments. She was like, Begonia is wild. And she wasn't lying. She wasn't lying. So, Begonia, let me pull this up. My show notes on my iPad. All right. So, Begonia is a 2025 comedy sci fi starring Emma Stone. It's directed by, Lord, please forgive me if I mispronounced this man's name wrong, Yorgos Ladomos. It came out back in October, but y'all know I was doing my remakes versus originals in October, so I did not get to that. Um and it is starring Emma Stone, Jesse Plemons, Adrian Delbris. I'm trying not to butcher these people's name. Alicia Silverstone, and a slew of others. It really is a small independent film that has gotten rave reviews, and a lot of people telling you to go in blind, and a lot of people warning you go in blind. Do not look at any spoilers or anything. So I did that. I walked in completely blind. Like I said, had Alex, not Alexis, Alex, not um suggested this, it probably would have went under my radar, and I probably would not have watched it at all. So what is Begonia about? Project Pat, thanks for tapping in. Appreciate you. What is Begonia about? It is two conspiracy obsessed men kidnap the CEO of a major company when they become convinced that she is an alien who wants to destroy Earth. So it is a dark comedy. It is a sci-fi movie, and that's basically the premise. Jesse Plemons, who I was first introduced with Black Mirror, but he's been in so many movies and so many TV shows. Him and his cousin, his character and his cousin, decide that they are convinced, they are conspiracy theory nuts, then they are convinced that there are aliens among us in human form, and that their one of the aliens happens to be their boss of a company they work for, the CEO of a company that they work for. And so they kidnap her and torture her to try to prove that she is an alien or not. What up, what up, what up? Appreciate you, Orlando and TJ. We are here with y'all in spirit, and we'll watch the rerun after we leave the movies. Oh, okay, okay. Oh, y'all watching Avatar now. All right. Have fun. Please go to the restroom beforehand, because just letting y'all know the thing is 3 hours long. So you'll be out. Let's see, it's 9 a.m. You'll be out by 2 o'clock. JK, let's see. Okay, okay, yeah. Hashtag replay gang. See y'all. Okay, so basically the whole premise of the movie is you're watching this unfold, and you're going back and forth trying to figure out, is Emma Stone's character an alien or not. And I'm not spoiling it. I'm not telling you right or wrong. I'm just telling you that regardless of the truth, regardless of the answer, this film and how it was made was so good, so well shot, so well written. The screenplay, shout out to the screenplay writer, whoever wrote, I don't know if it's the director or somebody else, but shout out to them. The way they wrote this is that if she's not an alien, this was a good effed up movie. If she is an alien, this is a good effed up movie. Like, you will be satisfied regardless of the ending, because it's just so wild and crazy. And these guys are so wild and crazy. And the fact that she is this rich Uber CEO, this heartless, all about the money, can't even try to pretend to be nice to her employees, try to pretend to be a good person, even though she can't. She's incapable of that, because she could be just a regular sociopath CEO like a Elon Musk or something like that. That it works so well because you, throughout the whole film, you have no idea what it is. And then with Jesse Plemons' character and his cousin, first of all, his cousin is majorly on the spectrum, majorly on the spectrum. So he's just loyal and following his cousin and just being a part of this mission to save the world from aliens. In their mind, save the world from a threat that they convinced themselves that is actually happening. And and Jesse Plemons is just like office rocker. If y'all know the unhinged, think of Alex Jones, the unhinged crazy conspiracy theorist who believed that Sandy Hooks was a host even though it wasn't. Jesse Plemons' character is pretty much that, just off his rocker. So nobody is a good guy in this. Emma Stone as the cold-hearted CEO who don't care about nothing but making money. The Jesse Plemons, the only person I really feel bad for is the cousin because he can't help himself. He's on the spectrum, so he believes what his cousin believes. So it's just it there were no good guys in this and the fact that it works so well. I don't think this will work as a serious drama. I don't think this film will work if it was like straight face straight. I mean, she is looking a little strange, like the whole time. Like I said, it does not matter. I want y'all to go in blind. I am not spoiling this movie. But if she's not an alien, this works. If she is an alien, this works. This is like I said, shout out to the screenwriters. This is perfect writing. This is amazing writing, amazing acting. Every actor brought their A game. Even the small glorified cameos in here. These people brought their A game. This is the best way I can describe this. If you watch Black Mirror, if you ever seen any Black Mirror episodes, that's the modern day Twilight Zone with twist endings and things like that, or um, moral stories with morals about morality and humans and stuff like that. I feel like this movie Begonia could have been a 1 hour or 2 hour special episode of Black Mirror. Like if Black Mirror said, "Hey, I just want to give y'all," if Charlie Brooker was like, "Hey, I just want to give y'all a special holiday episode of Black Mirror," and just made it a long movie for Netflix. Begonia is that type of style, that type of flow, that type of energy, that type of madness to where the whole time you are at the edge of your seat. I think this movie was about 2 hours long. It didn't feel like it. I did not feel the time. Now it was just fast paced from beginning to end. I was laughing. I was laughing so hard at certain scenes and things, the craziness that was happening. I was like, I almost got tears running down my eyes because I was laughing so hard at some of the stupid stuff that was going on. And then when everything came to a head and everything, um, we finally get the answer that we were looking for. I was like, whoa. Like, what the heck? This is crazy. This is crazy. That's all I got to say. Alex was right. When she came into my comments 2 episodes ago and said, yo, Begonia is a wild movie, she was right. Shout out to her. I loved it. I'm so happy she recommended this movie to me. I would have hated that I missed this. This this was perfect 10 out of 10. Begonia is a perfect 10 out of 10, especially if you watch it blind. And then after you watch it blind, and when you finally get your answer, go back and rewatch it and see the little Easter eggs or hints or what this person said or what this person did, or you see the movie in a totally different light once you get your answer on whether she's an alien or not. And like I said, if she is an alien, perfect. If she's not an alien, even more perfect and more tragic and more bleak. Like it is great. Great writing, great acting. This was one of my favorite Emma Stone performances in a long time. And she's done some great films. Like this woman she is talented. She has done some great stuff. But this is one of my favorite characters of hers, one of the greatest performances. If she don't get nominated or win any awards, it's some bullshit. It's rigged. It's rigged beyond because she deserved all. And Jesse Plemons. Jesse Plemons, he's amazing. Everything he's in. He definitely deserves all the awards. They did their thing. But yeah, I highly recommend Bugonia. Please watch it. I think it's streaming now on VOD. You can rent it. It was in theaters back in October, but I think you can rent it now on like Amazon or something, or Apple TV or something. But totally, totally worth it. Totally worth it. every penny. It was. I wish I would have saw it in theaters. I wish I would have went to theaters and saw this because I know for a fact it would have been well worth the popcorn and drink and everything else. It was beautiful, beautiful movie. Um, so entertaining from beginning. It was no slow moments. It was no dull moments. It was amazing. Just the whole mystery of trying to figure it out. It was great. It was great. Amazing. So yeah, I highly recommend Begonia. Great, great movie. Shout out to everybody involved in making the film. It definitely deserves any and every award it can get. I stand on that. 10 out of 10. 10 out of 10. Mm. Yes, Chris, definitely, definitely go watch it. It's amazing. It is amazing. I highly recommend it. Now, let's go ahead and talk about the big blockbuster that everybody is talking about, everybody and their mama. And that is James Cameron's Avatar, the third film, Fire and Ash, 2025 fantasy action, the third installment of the Avatar series. I'm gonna give you I'm gonna be nice and tell you what I like about it before I tell you what I don't like about it, and give you my overall rating. So let's just let's just say what everybody's gonna say. Let's just say the obvious. It's a beautifully made film. The CGI, wonderful. Special effects. Shout out to the special effects company that works with James Cameron on all these films. The mocap or motion capture things, because you know the real actors are in suits while filming this movie. They're in actual body suits with balls and things, so the computer animators could make the little Navi avatar alien cat creatures look like they're actually there. So the whole film, the water looks real, the fire looks real. It looks like a real movie. It looks like you're really in Pandora. Pandora is beautiful. It is totally worth the IMAX screens, all that jazz. But that's how it is for the first and the second. Nothing has changed. So I don't think James Cameron deserves a cookie for doing the exact same thing that he's been doing 3 movies in a row. It's great. It's commendable. There no generative AI company can come close to this. Like nothing can beat human talent. Nothing can beat artists, real artists like the motion capture company and the special effects people. Nobody can replace or beat them at their own game. I'm sorry, I don't care what Elon Musk or any of these tech bros tell you. Generative AI can't do none of this. This is real art. This is beauty. But again, he's done it 3 times, so whoop de doo. That does not deserve extra points for that, James Cameron. Uh, Other positives, the acting is great. All the actors are amazing. I forgot. Let me give the reason why I forgot to do the plot synopsis is because the plot is the same as the first and the same as the second. Overview: the conflict on Pandora escalates as Jake and the Terry's family encounter a new and aggressive Navi tribe. Same as the first, same as the second. Nothing has changed. Nothing, just a different color palette. But like I said, because I'm veering off into the negatives, the acting was amazing. Sam Worthington, great job. Zoe Zaldana, chef's kiss. You're the queen of this whole franchise. Um, Uma Chaplin, the new villain. My oh my oh my. If y'all don't know who Uma Chaplin is, she's the finest woman on Game of Thrones. And Game of Thrones has a lot of fine women. But Uma Chaplin, her character was the finest woman on Game of Thrones. Let that just already there. So she just hot all around. Even in this as a Navi fire creature. I never thought I would like an alien, but I do. Like just hot all around. Either way, the character is amazing. The villain is amazing. Chef's kiss all around. Acting super. The only actor I really don't care for is the guy who plays Spider, but I don't think that's his fault. I think it's how the character is written. Like his dialogue is so out of place and it gets you out the movie in certain parts. Like he'd be like, yo, dude, bro. And it's like, it takes you out the movie because you don't feel like you're in Pandora anymore when he on the scene talking. So the Spider character, the actor, I have no beef with him. I just feel like the writers, the screen, the James Cameron, they just the dialogue sucked, and he was the weakest part. But everybody else in this film, amazing, great. Um, yeah, beautiful film. Great acting. Oh, shout out to Sigourney Weaver to have a woman in her 70s play a 15-year-old alien. And her character was used a lot more in this film than The Way of Water. Um, and she plays a more vital role in this, and she did a great job. Like Sigourney Weaver, you are a legend. And the fact that I was convinced that you are this 15-year-old alien teenage girl at your old age. Chef's kiss. The acting was amazing. Acting was amazing. So let's go ahead and talk about the negatives. I'm used to the runtime. I'm used to James Cameron has gotten us used to 3 hour movies ever since Titanic. I remember going to the movie theaters as a child. Granted, it was the 90s, and the school system had no idea that Titanic was going to be Titanic. We went in blind because we thought it was going to be a historical piece. And so you had a bunch of elementary kids seeing Leonardo DiCaprio in that car. Oh, it's the 90s. Yo, we grew up in a different time. But, anyways, I remember us going to the movie theaters to see that movie, and the movie theater gave us an intermission. That's how long that movie was. The movie theaters paused the screening, let us all have restroom breaks, and then we came back for like 10 minutes. Then we came back and finished the film. Like, that's how long James Cameron has gotten us used to these long movies. So I knew going in it was going to be about 3 hours. It was 3 hours and 17 minutes. And although this film was way more fast paced and way more action, and he utilized the action. Oh, yeah, positive. Sorry. Before I get to the negatives, another positive, the action scenes are great. They were brutal. These new villains didn't play. You saw a lot of creatures get slaughtered. You got some Navis getting slaughtered. It was they were bad. They were bad. Like it was great. The action scenes were amazing. Well worth the movie price. Like it was great. And they place all the different action scenes and action fights very well sporadic throughout the movie so you don't get bored. But still, it's a 3 hour and 17-minute movie. It's long. You're gonna have to have an intermission or just don't drink anything before you go. um, but I will say this movie was very well paced and way more entertaining than Way of Water, and even way better than the first one. If y'all don't know, I'm not a crazy fan of the first Avatar because I feel like it's just a live action Fern Gully. Like the storyline, everything is the same as Fern Gully. Like everything. And then here is the negative, and what I am sick of these Avatar movies. We really don't need another Avatar movie. He's saying he got two more ready. He got two more planned. For what? You're repeating the same story over and over and over again. Nothing is new. I thought they were going to do something new when they introduced the villain, Varang, because I do like her motivation of why she's so wild and crazy and will kill anybody, even her own people. Like she don't care. She really don't care. And when they give somewhat of a backstory of why she's the way she is because, her island, her people, her tribe had was her land was completely destroyed by a volcano. And the Navi, all the different tribes, the water tribe, the ones that's up in the trees, yeah, all these little aliens. It's kind of like their mother nature, their god. They're so in sync with Pandora, they're so in sync with the planet that they do believe in a higher power, which is, I forgot the name of it, but they said it throughout the whole movie. But it's like the tree of life, basically the tree of life that Sigourney Weaver's character tries to connect and awaken, like, hey, come help us, we're going through, like, come help us, we need this. And I like, I thought this movie was going to explore more of every of different characters losing their faith, like the villain Varang, like her entire life got destroyed, land got destroyed, loss of family, loss of people, and to have your God, your quote unquote God, your higher power, and to feel like they neglected you. It's kind of like when a person feels like God neglected them and then they turn atheist. That's kind of like Varang's character. That it is kind of like a metaphor for that. So when she came in and you saw the backstory of why she's just, why her and her tribe is just ruthless and they don't care. They don't care about peace and harmony. They don't care about being one with nature. They like F that. We destroy everything. We put everything on fire. We don't care. We will stab our own people and we don't care. Like, what's the point? We got neglected. We got betrayed by our God. We got betrayed by the higher power. Mother Nature didn't care about us. So why should we care about this planet? Why should we care about Pandora? I thought that they were going to explore that more. And I also thought that, the good guys, the good Navi, some of those characters like the kids or like Natiri, Zoe Saldana's character, because throughout this whole movie, she's going through the grief of her son who died in Way of Water. She's going through the whole grief. She's going through the I hate the humans even more. I lost my child. Her and her husband, Sam Worthington's character, at some point in the film separates and on two different missions. And so I thought that James Cameron was going to explore more of, losing your faith, losing what you thought you believed your whole life was a lie. All this, I thought that that was the route we were going. And then the human soldiers come in, mess all that up. Like, it's just like, bruh, I'm so over. Why y'all keep reviving this one character, this sergeant? Why y'all keep reviving him? Let him die. He totally takes over and railroads Varang's storyline and Varang's character. Like, having the rest of the Navis, always Aldana's character, go against Varang, that would have been just a perfect movie right there. Fire and water people and cloud people, just the tribes going against each other because they can't get along. That would have been the perfect story right there. Just leave it right there. But no, we gotta follow the weakest character, the adopted son, Spider. We had the soldiers that came and took over and decided to use Varang as a tool for them to help them destroy the Navi and the good guys and stuff like that. Like, it was just like, and at some point Varang disappears from the film. You got a 3 hour movie. Where's the best part? She's the best villain. Why is she gone? And I'm looking at this soldier and the humans, and like, I'm so sick of the humans. Which, when we get to the climax in the battle, oh, when all those humans died, I was so happy. I was celebrating. I was like, yes, death to humanity. I was sick of it. Like, leave Pandora alone. I'm so sick of them. They ruined the movie. I'm so sick of them. Like, let this would have been a 10 out of 10 for me if it was just the fire tribe versus everybody else. And all the different characters going through their grief, especially those who lost the son in the last movie. If you ain't watched the last movie, it's okay. I can spoil that. It's been out for 2 years. You should have you should have went and saw it. I should, like, them going through their grieving process while trying to save Pandora, and certain kids, certain of the kid characters, like one chat Sigourney Weaver's character, she believed in their God, their mother nature, their tree of life. She believed in it so much that she just kept throughout the whole movie, please come save us, please come save us. Like, she did not lose her faith in one bit, but I thought she was at a certain point. But Her character was so strong, but then you got her brother who's out for revenge because he feel guilty that his brother died. So he's out for revenge. He's ready to shoot everybody. He trigger happy. You got a teenage boy who grieving. Well, not they're a Navi, but he's trigger happy. And then you got the human hybrid spider just being just here. Just a waste of time. Just being I really hate that character so much. He's so annoying, and I wish he ruined the movie for me. Anybody human related ruined the movie for me. Like this could have been a perfect different way because you have one tribe, the water tribe, who's all about peace and love. They don't want to even touch a weapon. They don't even want to touch spears or guns and stuff like that. But when the fire nation come and tear stuff up, now you got people, battling within themselves like, do we stay passive or do we protect ours? Like, had it just been Navi versus Navi, fire versus water, this would have been a perfect film. And we could have got a bigger, better backstory to Varang as a villain because her motivation was rightfully so. I agree. Like, dang, everybody else get to live peace, love, and harmony in Pandora, and we got to suffer. We lost everything, and nobody came to help us. I bet. Like I love that. That was the perfect motivation for a perfect villain. But then these humans come and side road everything. I'm just, this movie was good until it wasn't. And it's all because of the screenwriting. It's all because of the story. It's all because they want to give us too much of everything. Like the humans were great in the first film as far as bad guys go. But as we continue on with second and now this one, and James Cameron talking about he got two more films playing. If the humans and the government is still the villains, I am done. I'm not watching not another Avatar, not even on the bootleg websites. You're not wasting 3 more hours giving me the same story you gave me 16 years ago with the first film and then 3 years ago with the second film. Like, you're not going to keep feeding me Fern Gully over and over and over again. I'm done. I'm done for 3 hours a piece. This has become a 15-hour saga of the same story that has not changed. It has not. And no amount of perfect CGI special effects, no amount of amazing acting and crying of Zoe Saldana can give us to have me waste another 3 hours for another movie. I'm sorry, it's just not. I'm glad my girl getting her checks. She deserves it. She one of them actors that's been acting forever. She deserve her checks. Keep paying Zoe Saldana all the fees. But I am not watching no more Avatar movies after this one. Cause you, especially if James Cameron keep giving us the same weak story. I'm sorry, I just cannot. So shout out to Ro for suggesting this film to me and requesting this film, but I'm done. I'm done. Love the villain. Varang is amazing. I love the villain. Definitely the next female snake I buy will be named after her. Just letting y'all know that. But yeah, as far as story goes, they keep feeding us the same stuff. Keep feeding us the same chicken and acting like it's cordon bleu or acting like it's Wangyu steak. But you keep feeding me the same KFC and making it seem like it's Michelin star. It's not. Just because it looks pretty. It's not. I need good story. I need good story. And I know some people are different than me. Some people like to just watch movies, turn their brains off, eat popcorn, and have a good time. And you will get this. Like I said, I love the action way better in this one than Way of Water. I love the everybody except for three characters. I love all the characters in this better than Way of Water. I love the pacing. Like I said, this is a long movie, but it did not feel 3 hours because they did place all the entertaining stuff very well into this film. There was no dull moments where was looking at the clock and was like, or falling asleep. But me personally, I cannot stand when a movie franchise gives me the same story over and over and over again and nothing new, nothing substantial, nothing that says, "Oh, I can distinguish this from the first one. I can distinguish this from the second one." It's just it's just Way of Water with fire. Like it's just the first one with fire. Like it is what it is. Me personally, this isn't a bad movie. This isn't. But me personally, I have to give this maybe a 7.5 out of 10. Yeah, 7.5 out of 10. It's good. It's entertaining. Again, I love the villain. Varang is my girl. Shout out to her. But the human characters, Spider, the exact same storyline, the exact same plot. I'm just tired. I'm tired, James. You can't keep giving me a 3 hour Fern Gully. You cannot. And you almost had me. You almost had me. And then by the third act, went back to the same old, same old, same old. But yeah, that's it. 7.5 out of 10. It's a good movie. You should definitely go watch it. If you are a true Avatar fan, like if you love the first and the second one, then yes, go out to the theaters, pop your popcorn, get your drink. You're gonna have a good time. You're gonna have fun. As for me, as for Elias, who wasn't a fan of the first one, now I will say I've never watched any of the Avatar films for a second time after watching it the first time. Like I watched the first Avatar, never watched it again after that. I watched Way of Water, never watched it again after that. I will say I'm not gonna sugarcoat none. I can watch Fire and Ash again. I can watch it again. It was that entertaining. The fight scenes, the villains, everything. I can watch that again, which is why I'm giving it 7.5 out of 10. But yeah, but when he comes out with whatever Avatar 4, Avatar 5, whatever the subtitles are going to be, I'm not watching it. I'm not. I'll let y'all come on as guests. Ro, I'll let you come on as a guest to review for this show, but I'm done. No more Fern Gully. I'm over it. I'm over Fern Gully. Keisha, thanks for tapping in. Let's see. About to dip out, but I will say the first 5 minutes of Five Nights at Freddy 2 is better than the whole first movie. Okay, okay, okay. Thanks for tapping in, Keisha. Thanks for letting me know. I'm definitely gonna thank God my nieces and nephews ain't asked me to go see that. But I'm glad to hear that at least the first 5 minutes was better than the whole first movie. Good seeing you, sis. Appreciate you. Eric B. No Rakim, thanks for tapping in. I've been hearing about this. Pluribus. I've been hearing a lot about this show. I'ma have to and it's on the same situation that how I saw Fire and Ash. So I'm gonna watch it eventually. Cause I've been hearing so many great reviews. So many people have been talking about it, saying, "Hey, you should go watch this. You go watch this. This is crazy." And I've been seeing some memes and stuff with the actress. So yeah, thanks for letting me know about that. I trust your judgment, Keisha. We agree on a lot of stuff, so I think that's gonna be a good show. Mm. Shut up, Eric B. He said, "You're over Fern Gully and we're over number six and we're over the Disney list that disappeared." Just well, Eric, if y'all don't keep, if you're over it, don't bring it up. One look, y'all gonna quit bullying me about my list. Yeah, let's see. Let's see. Have a good weekend, Keisha. And happy holidays, everybody. If I don't speak to y'all, I'll be back next week after Christmas, but still, happy holidays, everybody. Yes, the new Game of Thrones is on the way. House of Dragons. I can't wait. I'm so hyped. I'm so hyped. Man, we're gonna have a big party. I might have a whole bunch of y'all on the show that when that come out. ENT, Row, shoot, DJ, you can hop on if you want. I'll send the link. When that show come back on, we about to wow out. Mm. If your list wasn't wrong, we wouldn't be bullying. Forget you. No, my list is my opinion. It's the right opinion, but it's my opinion. Oh yeah, it's gonna be a vibe. We should have a watch party, man. I don't think YouTube will let us. Honestly, I'm pretty sure we can figure a way out. I think we can figure a way without showing it while we're watching it and reacting. But that would be fun. Everybody doing a watch party of that. Maybe we should do a watch party on Discord and then review it later afterwards. But that would be fun. I can't wait. House of Dragons about to be lit. All right, so so yes, those are my reviews of Begonia and Avatar Fire and Ash. I do recommend you watch both of them, even if I wasn't crazy about, even though I'm tired of the same stuff that I've been fed on Avatar, I do think it's worth going to see it. It's a beautiful film. The actress was acting. It was great. I'm not going to sit here and be a hater and say don't go watch the film. No, go watch it. Do I recommend you watch it another way to save some money? Yes, but legally I can't say that. But yeah, go watch it. Or wait till it come on streaming. Wait till it comes to the streaming services because I'm pretty sure it's gonna pop up on somebody, HBO, Netflix, somebody. Um, and then watch it then. That way you ain't gotta spend 40, 50, 60 bucks in the theaters. But it is beautiful and worth the IMAX. I bet it looks beautiful in IMAX. Oh, let's see. What is our schedule? Well, I think I think we're done with all the new stuff. Oh, you about to watch Begonia now? Yes, please watch it. Tell me what you think, Chris. You can tell me on Instagram when you're done. That's gonna be that's gonna be fire. That's gonna be. I think you're gonna like it. I liked it. I had fun with it. I'm gonna need some of the pirate links. Oh, the Jack Sparrow links. I got you, bro. I got you. Just skip through all the ads and the pop-ups. Don't download nothing. You good. Let me stop. The feds are watching. Let's see. So we're coming on to Christmas is coming up and New Year's. We're coming on, which means we are at the year end wrap up, peoples. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. Because and I know Eric B is sick of me, so it's okay, Eric B. We got more lists for you to bully me about. Ah, yeah. Uh, I got more lists to be bullied about. So next Saturday, after Christmas, next Saturday, I am going live to share my favorite or the best music of 2025. Super excited about that. So tap in, and then after that, in first weekend in January, January 3rd, we got the best movies of 2025, my top 10 movies, and a few honorable mentions. So we will see, where different movies that I've reviewed on this channel are placed. Even some movies that have disappeared, unfortunately, but that's okay. We're not gonna harp on that, but definitely gonna but hey, the fact that they disappeared give me more of a reason to fanboy and talk about why I love them so much when I do that episode, that top 10 list of best movies. So that's January 3rd. Then January 10th, we got the best podcast of 2025. That would be a mixture of everybody. There will be the Reptile podcast, the music, the political. I'm mixing it out, the true crime podcast I listen to, everybody's gonna have to battle it out. I used to separate the reptiles from the non-reptiles. Forget that. Y'all gonna have to battle it out. So if you make the top 10 list, that means you really, really entertained me this year. You really did your thing. So consider that an honor. And then January 17th. And this is open for people who want to come and talk about and review with me. January 17th, we are doing Stranger Things final season, as well as the final four episodes of It. Welcome to Dairy, cause y'all I did the first 3 episodes a couple of weeks ago and told y'all how I felt. Well, it Welcome to Dairy has finally concluded, and I have some thoughts. I have a lot of thoughts, um and by New Year's, I think New Year's Day will be the final episode of Stranger Things. So tap in if anybody want to help review those shows with me. That is January 17th, so be ready. So it's gonna be a fun filled amazing month. If I don't see y'all, well, I will see y'all because I will be doing a live, my December monthly live of Snake Prince live on Monday, this coming Monday. I will be doing my top 10 snake pickups of the year. I didn't realize how many snakes I've gotten in 2026. Um, and so when I went down the list of everything that I got this year, dwindling it down to 10 was hard. I ain't gonna lie. It was hard dwindling it down to 10. But I finally got the list. I got the PowerPoint ready. So tap in this Monday. This Monday. It's probably gonna be in the afternoon, maybe 4 o'clock or something like that. Maybe before that, depending on how I feel. But I will be going live to do that. So tap into that live. There will be no shenanigans podcast because that's on Christmas. And me and my co-host, we all got families and responsibilities and all that other stuff. So there will be no podcast this Thursday for the shenanigans, but I will be back that Saturday, Snakes in the Podcast, best music of 2025. So more lists for Eric B and Randall to bully me about it. And we will see. But anywho, if y'all don't catch me live Monday, I hope y'all have a Merry Christmas and Happy New Year, Happy Holidays. Enjoy your families, enjoy your friends, just enjoy your animals. I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. Thank y'all for rocking with me all this year, all 2025. I really appreciate that. And I love y'all. Even with all the jokes and the bullying and the harm. I really appreciate y'all for always supporting your boy. And so yeah, that is it. Tap in tonight. Wiz Constrictor, Sophisticated Ignorance. Tap in tomorrow. Father Don, Everyday Keepers, Fred and AJ, the Serpent Sunday Show. Tap in. We love you. We appreciate y'all. Y'all have a good Saturday. I gotta go clean some snakes because they eat tomorrow. So I gotta go clean snake poop. But anyways, love y'all. Peace.
Every episode, spitting truth, old school jams and the latest youth. We keep it real, no sugarcoat.